See, right now we are in two stages of IT automation. One is we are trying completely migrating our hospital IT solution, which is a major decision we have taken. So it took almost 7 to 8 years for us to stabilize our IT initiatives. So we got the world's best HIS from the market, international product. We made sure that everyone understands what is automation, and the business process is automated. But then that's kind of a level 3 of your IT automation. From 2013-14 we started understanding and analyzing ourselves. We took a decision of completely going to become a digital hospital. Then we understood the various parameters available, various options available in the market. We took a decision last year to migrate our existing integrated health IT solution, and we are in the final stages of going live with the new HIS. But that is one part of it that really enables us to really capture the data, automate the process, and the business management, etc. There is a second set of stage. What we are really talking about is integration with the external stakeholders, whether it's the patients, whether it is like vendors and all the other third-party organizations. There is where we are really focusing right now. So with our chairman's vision of OPD automation, we had series of programs to come up with. So last month we launched digital health card. I think it's a first of its kind when in terms of multiple modalities are involved in integrated in that. I think the first time I would say where a patient can use the card and walk around the hospital, access all the services using that card, whether it is making the payment, whether accessing the reports or fixing an appointments, consulting or retrieving the reports, etc. It can be done. And it's almost like a cashless card. They can really go around and they can charge the money, they can recharge. Most important thing is when the return of the money or kind of repayment happens or a refund happens, a lot of chances of money is not delivered to the patient on time, etc. So here in this particular case, the money goes back to the card. So we ensure that there are no defaulters happen, comes into the picture, etc. So that is one aspect of it. The one which we are about to launch in a week or so is going to be the patient kiosk, which where the card can be used as an ATM. So patient can put the card and using that card without remembering any of the details, they can see their appointments, they can change their schedules, they can view their lab reports. In the future, near future, we are also planning to give them access to all their lab reports, and in case if they are inpatients admitted in the hospital, during the stay they can know how much of money they spent so far, what medication they are undergoing, access to some of the reports, which will really create a lot of transparency to the patients and the way we really deal with the patients. So this is a very I think a very innovative way of doing it, and I think it would be a first of its kind. And the extension of that would be at some point in time, what we are really trying to do is patient can really give the feedback directly to the top management. In fact, in the kiosk, one of the feature we had given is patient can talk to the chairman, directly give the feedback, which is not moderated, not really. So whether it's appreciation or a kind of suggestion or complaint, it goes directly to the chairman. So I think that is a level of transparency that we are able to bring in with this kind of technologies. See, for me personally, I have a little different approach when it comes to the IT automation. I really expect the IT companies or HIT solution vendors to come up with the proper solutions, not like selling the product and running out of the premises. So see, Gangaram is affordable and means are willing to really invest on a CIO and a team of people, and we created IT review board where a lot of time from the investors and the trustees are they're spending to really take decisions. But most of the hospitals may not be in a position to really have a CIO on board or team of advisors to an IT. So they're the HIT company should really offer a consulting as a part of their solutions. So for example, if they give up PACS as a solution, they put in and then we retrieve the images from the modalities and give it access. But where else we can really use the PACS? How best we can use PACS? If, for example, kind of money that 1 to 1.5 crores average we spend on PACS solution, but the real return on investment or value on investment doesn't happen unless someone really helps the individual departments and consultants. What's the best way we can really use PACS? So the real value of investment, return of investment comes into exploring the complete possibility of the solution and take it to the end user. So there I think the CIO has a major role to play, and in case the hospital cannot afford to have a CIO, I think the HIT company's solution should give this as a solution and not just selling as a product. Yeah, see the new role I would suggest, which is I think started happening is earlier I think we kept IT head or the CIOs as more of EDP heads, like procuring the hardware and software and managing it. But right now, whether it is the strategy decisions, annual audit process meetings, or even any kind of a business decisions, CIO was part of those meetings. So we are, I think, started entering into the business, kind of management, not just restricting to the implementation level. So tomorrow, when our hospital is trying to come up with 200 beds in a new building, I'm part of all the discussions from the day one. That gives a kind of insight to the to all of us that CIOs are supposed to be part of the business management as well, not just restricting to support services. So I think the role is changing in that way. So one of the recent conferences I attended, where they say CIO should think of says a CXO, CEO level, with a kind of insight that they can gain from the business experience. So that's the role. I just happened to meet a team of people. They claim to be a data scientist. So they gave me a very good insight of how a predictive analysis and data management of inventory management can really save a huge kind of investment for the hospital. And one good example is a mobile service and solution selling company. They had 156 crores of stock in their hand. And with the predictive analysis and kind of technology they used, and they were able to bring the stock level to 56 crores. Okay, so when a stock level of 100 crores, if you are able to bring down, that's naturally directly getting into the return on investment and value of investment. So the inventory management, whether it is kind of even to know which patient is coming from which particular location, to even to decide what should be the scheduling of a particular doctor. And where should I keep my pharmacy? Should I have another pharmacy outlet within the premises? You ask hundreds of business questions. The answer comes only from the kind of proper analytical data you have in place. Otherwise, most of the time we assume a lot of things and we explore, we spend a lot of time and money. So that way, definitely the analytical answers really decides the way of future growth. Otherwise, we will be always in a wrong notion of profit and margin, and we will end up losing to the competition in the market. One of the pilot project we are in the process of doing it is how a Google Glass can help a doctor when they go for rounds to see the patients who are admitted or during the OPD consultation. See, one of the biggest challenge doctors say is when they use EMR or any kind of a computerization system, they say Niranjan, the monitor comes between us and the patients, and they focus. The patient thinks that I'm looking at the monitor, not looking at them, etc. So this question was there for many years, for the doctor's mind. So when one of the presentation I had seen how Google Glass can solve this problem. So patient still thinks the doctor is looking at the patient and talking to the patient, whereas the Google Glass comes in between, where the doctors get to see the patient's reports in the screen. So doctor has all the information in the screen, and the doctor can really understand the history and the other previous diagnosis, etc. And patient still get the feeling that doctor is really looking at them and looking after. A simple device like this can change change the way the adoption issues were talked about for years together. So whether it's a wearable devices or Google Glass, any of these such solutions, if it can address these adoption challenges that we were facing for years together, and if it can really save the time and energy effort for the doctors and increase the efficiency of paramedical staff, definitely we should explore. So I would love to use a Google Glass at least for these purposes. Similarly, for the mobile application, if we really talk about, we launched a doctor dashboard, which is for pilot level. Now we are going live very soon. A simple module in that is where the doctors would know exactly what medications are available in our pharmacy stock, so that the doctors don't prescribe something which is not there in the stock, and then the pharmacy supplies the medicine, and then patient substitution medicine, and patient thinks that doctor is saying something and hospital is giving something else. This created a lot of confusion among the patient, and then a lot of disappointments in terms of pricing and all that issues. Now with this particular application, very simple application, doctor knows that okay, this is particular brand A, brand B, brand C is available, or generic A is available, and what is the stock level. So, and he also wants to know what is the kind of drug to drug reaction, and a lot of other additional information doctor wants to explore. All these things are available in a click of a button in their mobile. It makes sense for the doctor as well as for the patient, a huge sense, and the kind of investment we are talking about for this is very few thousands, but it creates a lot of value. So again, if you can create a viewing module for the doctors and any kind of analytical data, the doctors are going to be very happy about it. But the more we are talking about doctors entering into the system or keying in the system, then we are going to be facing a lot of challenges. So mobile application, in a way, it helps the doctors because it brings the view of your enterprise system in a click of a button and their handheld device. So that way adoption of HIT is going to be increasing more with the mobility solutions. Okay, my inputs to the HIT market is, please come up with solutions and be partnering with hospitals, because hospital may not be a good buyer, may not be understanding the various kind of benefits of the solutions. So there should be a collaboration and partnership between the HIT vendors and the hospitals. That will really increase the credibility to the HIT solution, technology solutions in the healthcare industry.